I just got out of a relationship with. I was engaged to my sugar daddy. I know that sounds so dumb off the bat, and I ended it, but part of me is missing. I don't know if I'm missing the allowance because he will give me 6 to 10K a month, and a part of me, I just couldn't stand his hygiene. And I tried to change him, all that, blah, blah, but I don't want to change a man. But now I'm trying to date not for money, but for because I like him.
But hygiene seems like a simple thing to change. Why not just give him a basket with soap, rag, deodorant? Why not that?
I try. We were together for almost 4 years. I try. Like, we would have arguments because he wouldn't brush his teeth and want to kiss me. And it's like,
So you put up for it for 4 years, and on the fourth year, you decided, you know what, I can't do no more bad breath and no more smelly body. It took you 4 years to realize that.
it was because we moved in together. We were engaged. We were then we had to move in with him when my lease ended, and that was when it because he would want to cuddle, and we'd have arguments at 3 a.m. because I'm like, I can't cuddle you when I did my whole skincare and I lay on your chest. I'm getting acne. I can't. Like, you have to shower if you want us to cuddle, and I started like saying no kissing, no cuddles, no unless you take care of yourself, and he just didn't want to change. I'm like, if you
Tell
can't.
him. When did you tell him that? What year?
Last year.
So throughout the 4 years, you were still sleeping with him, being intimate with him, and then the fourth year, you decided I'm not going to be intimate anymore.
When we were dating and like he would come and see me, like when we were sugar baby, sugar daddy, I didn't notice. But when we started dating, he started slacking. When we were sugar baby, sugar daddy, I never kissed him. When we started dating, the first time we kissed was when I noticed his breath, and I was like, oh, like you said, I gave him a toothbrush, toothpaste. We were at my place, and I was so shocked. Girl, after 1 minute, he came out of the bathroom. He's like, I brushed my teeth. I'm like, no, you didn't. You have to brush your tongue. And that was like a everyday argument. You need to brush your tongue. You need to like I just couldn't do that for the rest of my life.
So here we are. It's your whole sugar baby. She say this man was giving her $6,000 to $10,000 a month, but he wasn't washing his butt. Come on.
Or his mouth or his face. That going right. That big dirty stinking dude was like, I'm paying you $6,000 to $10,000 a month. $6,000 months, he might brush his teeth once a week. $10,000 months, he ain't brushing nothing. He ain't washing nothing.
This ain't no brother. So from my spidey senses, this is
Yeah.
probably a caucus man. It sounds like some big blowed out white guy with some bread
And he had got a thing for that tender black meat. And he said, come on, Macy Gray. I got something for you.
so here we go. Hit the like button.
Save your money? Did you save
Yeah.
it? Like, did you save, if it was 10K a month, what is that? Somebody do the calculations. How much is that per year, chat? 10K over 12 months for 4 years. Someone do the calculation. We need the total, the grand total.
I
Drop
don't
it in
even
the
know. I
comments.
don't know.
10K per month. That's 120,000.
A year.
So, how much do you have saved right now from that experience?
I put a lot of it in investments, Roth IRA. Of course, I spent some of it. Now in cash, I have 20K, 25K, and in my savings, I have 40K.
Okay. So
Yeah.
20K, 40K.
But all of last
That's
year,
60, but that's only okay, 40 left. And you
last year, I spent like 30K plus traveling. For the past year, I've been in Tulum, all over just traveling. So, and that was spent a lot of my money on that.
so what's your question now? Because you said you miss him.
I don't think I miss him. I think I miss the money and like the freedom because I could just take his card and do whatever I wanted. And I'm trying to date now, and as I'm dating guys, I just feel so turned. I feel so like, ugh, like
But my thing, sunshine, is if you got one sugar daddy before, you could do it again. So what's the issue? Why can't you get another one? Or another guy who makes money if you did it once?
And if this is true, this is some blowed out simp. This is funny. Some white guy, she's taking full. Let's just say it's true. If y'all can prove it wrong, granted, but for the sake of the discussion, it's true. She got 25,000 in her checking, 40 in the savings. So she got $65,000 saved up. She got money in Roth IRA. She spent 32,000 last month on or whatever. She said she'd been vacationing here and there, spent 30 grand. This is she don't even look like she worth a foe for foe.
Man, I'm telling she need to stand. She need to show something. What was Billy Bob so smitten about, other than him being just gross mother sucker? Yeah, I ain't getting this. I ain't getting the allure how she getting all this bread. But other than that, she talking about now she out here trying to date. You tainted goods. You forever tainted. Ashley gave some good advice. She said, you got one sugar daddy, you might as well go and get another one. Ain't nobody taking her seriously. This woman done put her mouth and genitals on just nasty body parts. Like, come on. If I'm a single guy and I'm like, oh, look at the sister with the natural hair, and I hear this story, you go from without you talking, let's say God thought you was a 5 or a 6. Now you a -10. Because your mouth been on gooch grease. A lot of it.
I was a sugar baby. Like, I was, before OnlyFans was a thing, I was on it. Like, before COVID made OnlyFans popular, I have been in the game for a long time, for like 8 years now, and I just don't want to do the game because
But forget the game. Why can't you just go out and get another man with money? That doesn't mean you need to be a sugar baby, but if you did it once, you can do it again, is what I'm saying.
I'm avoiding the trick energy. The trick energy is such a turn off to me now because I'm so into the game. I want a guy who's not a trick. That's something that's really like, if I sense you're a trick.
Fine. Okay, then that's easy to find because these men in 2024, they don't want a trick or treat.
But they're broke. Yes, the ones that aren't tricks, they don't trick because they can't. They don't trick because they don't
But
got the
that's
money.
what you just said you wanted, so that shouldn't be an issue.
I don't want a guy who doesn't trick because he can't. I want a guy who doesn't trick because he doesn't want to. He's above that. I want a guy with money, but he's like, I'm not gonna pay a bitch. I'm better than that. And a lot of these guys don't have that energy. They're like, I'll just pay for pussy. I'm not gonna work for it.
Right, but why not go back to the same place you met the guy with money?
Because the well dried up. Hell! And shout out to the young man that was in the chat earlier tonight. He said he would rather just pay for it. That's what she just said. She said, these men, like, I ain't got time to court you, none of that. Here's $100. Bend over.
So, yeah. Because you ain't. Here we go. Now let's touch back on that. A sister like this, she ain't worth trying to seduce her out her undies. No. For what? Just like straight up Borat. How much? That's it. Says we can end this now. She told on her dang self she was with a rich dirtbag. She dirty too. She tolerated it. Send them both to Mars. So we got a place for them. Appreciate your classy perspective. Says she's full of crap. She missed the money. I love afros on melanated women, but she doesn't wear it with class and sex appeal. She looks crazy with it. I concur, brother. Appreciate you, MJ. Says, eat it right up and don't cry about it. Eat this gooch grease. Ugh.
So here we are once again.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
The guy you met who had money, the sugar daddy, I'm sure there's other men in there who may not have that mentality. Oh, I'm looking for a young girl who's beautiful. I want to, take her out to dinners. I don't want to feel like an ATM, and maybe we become exclusive. Why not go back to that same place, that same area?
I've been avoiding those areas. Just like, I think I just got a bad impression of them all. Like, oh, you just a trick. You just a hoe.
Okay. I don't think it's every man. But what you're telling me is you don't want a guy who has money, but he doesn't think about the relationship in a transactional way, right? Yeah. So and how old was the guy you were dating?
When we met, he was 44. When we ended, he was 48.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 24 now, so I met him when I was 20. I've been tricking since I was 18.
Okay, so why not meet a guy within your age?
That's a lie.
Stop the cap.
I thought she was like 30. She just sat here and said she been doing this before OF. She said, I've been doing this for at least 8 years. We can rewind it. She said 8 years, which would make her 16 years old. She's been selling Kudakata since she's been selling Kudakata. Yo.
Huh. This is the problem. This is wicked. We got a whole sugar baby, a whole acknowledged 304 woman of the night up here talking about now she want guys to woo her over and not pay for it. That's her gripe. She's like, I want some guys that's real men. That's like, I ain't gonna pay for it. I'm gonna talk her out of it. I'm the man. No, you a whole 304. Undisputed champion of 304s. Good job.
And as Big Dime once said,
shit, I've been doing this. I moved out my mama's house when I was 15 years old. Started dancing in the goddamn strip club. I'm about to soul moved and goddamn the ocean got fish. I know that real.
here we go.
I know that's real.
I've never dated a guy below 35. Never. Like, okay, so where the money went, like, I got a Benz. I got my own place. So when I meet guys in my old age group, they're driving a Ford or they stay with their mama. It's like, a part of me, I'm used to certain things. Actually, I did go on a date with a guy in my age group. He just lied about his age. And he kept on saying, like, oh, you're too. He kept on saying, like, somebody cooked here, stuff like that. Like, little kid shit, like memes and shit. Because I'll be like, oh, let's go. Let me get the Dover sole. What's a Dover sole? Like, just little things like that. I feel like I've just been dating 40 to 60-year-old men too much.
Right. So it sounds like you already have a lifestyle and you've been exposed to a lifestyle. And you really don't want to go back, but you want to date a man with money and who doesn't treat you like, I'm paying you to be with me, is what you're saying.
Another reason I ended up with my ex, because he raised my allowance from 5K to 10K when we got engaged. And he was kind of like, one day when he was angry, he said he didn't mean it. He was like, you need to stop complaining when I give you so much money. You kind of just have to eat my shit. Even though he's not that type of guy to be rude like that, it showed me that even though he's so sweet and he loves me, wants to marry me, whatever, and the back of his mind, that's still pain there. Like, you're still my property. I just don't ever want to feel that way in a relationship.
The signs weren't there from the beginning. Before he started dishing out the money, the signs weren't there.
No, I don't think he's that kind of person. Like, I feel like until he got pushed to be that kind of person.
But what made him push that? Because you were a nice, sweet sunshine. So I'm sure he didn't feel the need to be pushed in that way, sunshine.
I called him a dirty old man. I was like, you're a dirty old man, and your mama didn't teach you how to brush your tongue. That's sad. Like, I was going in on him about his hygiene. And he
Same guy. I thought this was a different guy. Okay, so we're talking about the same guy. Okay. I mean, you can find a nice guy.
It's only one guy. I think she has only had this one simping sugar daddy. Everybody else just been glazing her. She's been a 304 for a lack of better words. And this one guy fell in love with her as she was on these sites and back paging and doing all that. And he fell in love with a 304.
That's all. Until as long as time, it happens. And this is wicked. What is there to dissect here? She a whole 304 that don't want to be a 304 no more. And she don't know whether she missed this guy because of his provisions. He told her, you gonna shut up, I'm paying you 10K. He said, eat my ish. Yeah, you tainted. She too far gone. She damaged goods. Don't nobody want this. Can you imagine y'all sitting there and y'all eating something and she don't like it? And you're like, why you making that face, babe? You don't like the food? She's like, no, this tastes like my old sugar daddy's tank.
Seriously, man. The thing is, she's far too young. A woman like her, she gonna live to be 90 years old. She still got to be on this earth for another 60 or 70 years of torment.
She too young for this. This gets much, much worse. I hope it does not happen. But this looks like the face of future heavy drug addiction. I hope that's not true.
May not be able to give you 10K per month. He may have 6 figures, let's say 100,000 per year, 120,000. You may not get the same things, but he won't possibly treat you in the way that the guy who is sugaring for you.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that. Nowadays, all the high value men, they're like, I know my worth. A lot of girls want me, and it's like, ew, that's a very feminine way to act. A lot of the high value men I do meet, it's like they're aware. because so many girls throw themselves at them.
Yeah, and I think because of the internet, because of what people talk about, the men know the game now.
Woo! Thanks to Single by Choices. Shout out to the SBC Nation. Shout out to all the men who have been woken up that may have fell victim to this woman in years past. And like she said, these men are consuming the content. They are being waken up. Bonquisha said that's feminine when these high value men don't want to spend no bread on them and all that. And they know they worth it.
Yeah, that's giving zesty. Wait, you talking about your worth? You want to be appreciated and respected? That's very much giving zest. I love it. Fellas, I'm so happy we no longer falling victim to Bonquisha's sick, low-level hoodoo. Don't let her get you. Oh, that's zesty. You rainbow boy, because you won't give me what I want. Bonquisha ain't nothing but a big old overgrown child throwing a temper tantrum, throwing out insults and raging on. And this is like the epitome of madness. You a whole sugar baby. Talking about you want guys to take you seriously. Like it's over for this is catastrophic, man. There's no hope for this sister. If she was to come up here and say, "Hey, I seen you guys street interview," I mean, I'm already saying she's doing Atlanta street interviews. If she see this interview and come up, same smoke. You effed. You done. Use a 304.
Yeah, best fellas, all 2024. Just tell them.
No bread, no water, just meat.
This is an extreme example of transactional relationships. That's going to be the same look on her face when she end up alone. Yeah, there you go.
And the truth of the matter is, your coffee killer, well, his thing, her and Kendra, they really don't have anything to tell these women. They don't have any good advice. They giving these women the best they got. They up here getting the bag. Granted, they don't have anything tangible that they can't help these women. The best thing these women can do is come over here places like this and get help.
There you go. This sister here want to give her some help. She need to get an iron clasp and clasp that Kuda Kata completely shut for the foreseeable mother-loving future and go to somebody's monastery.
So here we go. We're gonna let her land this plane. We're gonna get up out of here. Here we go.
The men know the game. So you got to decide. Again, I think you like the idea of the nice guy, but if I'm being real, I think you still want the guy who's going to just give you the lifestyle.
I want to be like those Beverly Hill princesses who like marry a rich man who loves them, pays for everything, and just.
Yeah, but that comes with certain things. That's just not what you see. Oh, pays for certain things and loves them. I'm sure there's other things that we don't see or know about. Just like I'm sure when you were in your relationship, people didn't see behind closed doors that you were dealing with a hygiene issue or him being controlling or whatever else was going on. That kind of thing.
I don't know. My brother told me I'm looking for too much. Like I have to pick. Like when you date a rich guy, you have to pick. Do you want a guy who spent a lot of time with you? He's gonna be poor. A guy who's really rich to afford your lifestyle is gonna be busy. You know.
But you said you've been in this lifestyle since you were 18, right? And I'm assuming in seg work. Is that what you were implying? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. So if you've been in that industry for that long, Sunshine, you have a certain mentality. And for you to unlearn that, you're gonna need to go to therapy. You're gonna be with the nice guy, but after a while, it's not gonna be enough. You're gonna get bored because you are in seg work. You get what I'm saying?
And she gonna get bored. And what she gonna do? Start serving out black pills. Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight. Tell it all, Ashley. She ain't gonna just get bored. What's she gonna do when she get bored?
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't gonna catch her. Mr. 40 hours working third shift at the plant ain't gonna come home to his lady sitting there with her legs crossed, twiddling her thumbs. Like, hey, babe, I'm bored. No, he gonna come through the front door. She gonna be sitting on the couch all disheveled, and the back door gonna be closing.
And it's amazing. So listen, man, as much as we sit up here, like we learning this stuff every day, some of these nuances, because we can look at a woman like this, 24 years old. Let's say she go to therapy over the next 12, 24 months, right? 2 years from now, she clean herself up. She working at Starbucks. and she meets you meet her, and you don't know nothing about her past, and she all cleaned up, and you take this woman serious now. And I get it. I get y'all men's position because look, here we are. You don't even know your lady was a whole 304, a lady of the night, eating gooch grease, and now you done marry her. You kissing her in the mouth now. So
I don't know what to add to that, ladies. Detractors, sensitive ladies out there, guys care about that. Don't no guy want to hear about no woman's past sexual escapades. It's the last thing he want to. That's why we say, ladies, you want to be in position to tell your man sweet lies that he can't find out. You love him. He the bestest. You know all that. But if he know you was a sugar baby, you can't tell him no sweet lies. You can't, because the proof is there. That's wicked. Gooch grease, gooch. Yeah.
disgusting.
That comes with a different mentality. Hustle money fast now. So therapy, sunshine, therapy.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take that in.
Okay. Yeah. She not take it in. I want you to do it. Use whatever money you have now and book a session. Go to therapy.
Thank you for telling me that. And I'm also gonna take your advice of going back to where I met the rich guy and looking for a guy who's looking for the same thing.
Wow.
Please do. You're young, you're beautiful. I'm sure you can find someone else. And it doesn't have to look like what it's been looking like, if you know what I mean. But you have to be ready for that. When you're ready to walk away, you'll walk away.
This is such terrible advice. Ashley's telling her keep doing it, and no, say look. Oh my God, this is some of the worst advice on earth, man.
Really is. It really is. This talking about therapy, like, yes, therapy will be good for people to get sorted out and get their mental right. It sounds good, but they ain't doing it. You see how this sister responded to Ashley saying that Ashley's told her get therapy right now. And she just laughed like, I'm gonna go back to this place where met the rich man and try to see if I could cast a wider net. I hear you.
And she
It's
dancing
over.
around it. So she like, I'm gonna go back to this place, and Ashley like, cool. She said, but you know, it don't gotta look like what it used to look like. No, say quit being a 304. Tell her she don't know. She's not gonna read between the lines.
It's over. They never get therapy. You got to be straight up with them. It's just over for this. There ain't no hope. We can't. I don't believe in giving people false senses of hope. Like, oh, if she get therapy, like there's sunshine at the end of this dark, demented tunnel. I think Q said it. These women watch too much movies. Like, she thinks she about to live out the story of Pretty Woman, where that sister met some streetwalker, met Mr. Six Figures in a limo, Gav, and he was smitten with her whole stockbroker, Mr. Biggs type brother. And he took this 304 in, and I guess he married her, a streetwalker. And she said, I'm gonna do the same thing. It's in the movie. Huh?
Well, a lot of times they don't even know what Pretty Woman is. This is just art imitating life, or life imitating art. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. It's just unfortunate. So,
Bless it.
When you're ready, you won't even need the advice. But you have to decide that's not the lifestyle you want anymore. When you're ready.
Yeah, I feel ready. I can't stand that trick energy. I feel like it's like I'm selling myself to the highest bidder, and I know a lot of people see sex work as selling yourself at the highest bidder, but I don't. I see it as more empowering, because when I was 18, I went on Tinder. I met up with this guy. He said, and then he started clowning me, and I felt so disrespected. And what got me on SW was when a guy pays you $1,000 to hit, he doesn't clown you. You're like an investment. He starts treating you like royalty. And when I saw the difference in the energy, I felt more empowered doing SW, and that's why I stuck with it, versus being a pick me.
Right. And again, I want you to go to therapy. I want you to work through that. I'm not here to judge you. I get that we all been through things in life and certain choices we have to make because of our childhood, because of our upbringing and things like that. So I do want you to go to therapy, but I do believe our body is our temple. I do believe that. Again, this is your life, this is your body. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But I still think as a young woman, as women, we take in energy from men. We take it in. So that can wear us down after a while. Just wear us down. We could look jaded. We could look more mature than we are. Energetically, we can be worn out, and then it shows up on our body. Those are the things I want you to think about. Yeah, and it gets tiring. You might look at men differently after a while.
Definitely do. And I've been
Yeah.
celibate for 4 months. I don't want to have anyone inside me unless I know there's something worthwhile there. And that's it. I just see men as like, ugh, no, you know.
See? Yeah, exactly. Sunshine, please go to therapy. Just book one session. You don't got to book 12, just one. Okay? All right, darling. Keep me updated, okay?
This woman was a whole ex-worker. She says now she's looking at men like y'all are disgusting and nasty and don't touch her. This is a woman that was out here selling kudakata and eating gooch grease, and she said men are disgusting.
Mm-hmm. This is what damage, extreme damage looks like. A whole sugar baby. Like this is kind of a first. We done had sugar babies, but this one here, she like, I'm trying to retire. And she is telling like worst case scenario. Me and Mr. X couldn't give a worst case. Young melanated sister get with some big stankin' dusty greasy dude and got to do the unimaginable things to him for money. That is her. Like absolute worst case scenario. He said, "Eat my ish," and now she upset. Now she rebelling, and now she want a guy to woo her draws off instead of just pay for it. This is an epic fail.
And she started off by saying, Ashley asked her, what's the origin of all this pretty much? And she said, I was on Tinder meeting these guys and I was sleeping with these guys for nothing and they was clowning me and I didn't like the way that felt. But she said, when I met these other group of guys and they were paying, they give me $1,000 and tell me bend over. And then they felt like I was their property and they were more empowered. They had ownership over me. They treated me differently.
Man, y'all sisters better stop entering into games y'all don't know the rules to. She complaining about the rules. Those are the rules to the game you entered into. Now you don't like it. Says streetwalker and empower in the same sentence. What the F? Empowered by Gooch Grease. Imagine. Appreciate your project, Leroy. Says from sugar baby to Joloff baby. Wickedness. Okay. There you go.
And from Joloff baby to down the hole, that's even more wicked.
Oh. Yeah, her and that fro and that bends down and the gooch grease remnants all throughout her body down the pit.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me?
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
No kids down the pit.
Claiming to be what, 24? 24? Been selling kudakata since kudakata was kudakata. And now want a whole man to take her seriously. Like Gavin said, we don't recommend no guy get into that regardless of how long she wait. If she put that kudakata on ice too, she 30. No, because the tales of Winnie's past are just too detrimental. Ain't no coming back from that. Zero.
Yeah, she can easily relapse. So
shout out to Classy Perspective. Said this is why sugar baby, kids out of wedlock, sexual promiscuity doesn't work for women. And this is why nice, genuine guys don't want to clean up the mess. Amen, amen, amen.